Took me a little bit longer to bring it up because I just wanted to walk around right now and personally congratulate every member of our defense. When I talk about whatever it takes, all right, we get 60 minutes, and we don't get to decide how that 60 minutes plays out. But all I know is over and over again, our defense said, hell no. Fumble recovery by Harrison Phillips. Byron Murphy with an interception for the third straight game. Gink with a sack and 2 TFLs. All right? Cash with 5 tackles and a sack. Welcome back, Cash. IP, welcome to the show right here. 5 tackles, 1 sack. And Cam Bynum, when we needed it, tracking it, finding it, interception to finish it off. All right, so right here I have 1 football for every single defensive player right here. Every single one you got. I got 3 more. All right, in a game like this, guy showed up here on Wednesday. All right, really 2 guys. 2 guys showed up. All right, all Park did is go out there and go 4-4. The other guy that showed up this week, stepping in for one of our captains, who we love to death, Depot. All right, Depot got to watch his guy go out there. All right, McQuaid right here. You probably didn't even see it. All right, you didn't even see it, but Ryan Wright, that hold on the second one. McQuaid was a little excited. He fired a rocket, and you put that ball down. Those were the 3 points we needed in that moment. All right, so everybody in this room, and then offensively, figuring out a way all day, moving it up and down the field on those guys all day. We will improve. We will put the ball in the end zone. Sam, everybody in this locker room knows you are the guy that's going to take us there. All right, but this is also, listen to me, all right, this is one of the wins that I'll be most proud of, all right, because not one time did I feel it. Not one flinch. And these are the ones you remember. These are the ones you remember, and you lean in a lot of to improve on the rest of the way, but defensively, that's a championship effort right there. And our specialists showing up. I'm so proud of this team right now. All right, let's get back to work. 1-1, 1-0 on the road to this 3-game stretch. It's going to be a grind. Get ready to ride after a victory Monday.
It's so great to get this going, and appreciate all the love you guys show me throughout the week. It's great to be back. On Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Are you kidding me with that catch, JJ? That's how you stand up. That's how you stand up. And that's the ball game. Touchdown, Vikings.
Welcome into Vikings Weekly. I'm your host, Tatum Everett, and that was Kevin O'Connell's 7th game-winning locker room speech of the season. Now the Vikings hit the road again on this 3-game road swing, headed down south to Tennessee to face the Titans. Coming up on the show, we take you exclusively behind the scenes of the latest Vikings win. Byron Murphy Jr. tells us why he's been on an interception hot streak, plus the latest episode of Tell Us with Metellus just dropped, and it may be the best one yet. Before we take a look ahead, let's take a look back at the hard-fought win over the Jaguars from the viewpoint of the sidelines. Here's Field Access.
We win every rep, but we're going to take this one play at a time. Man. We trust in each other, have each other back, and let's ride. DB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. DB.
Got something for me today? Got something. I'm going to get it.
Road Warriors, man. Road dogs. This is the group right here, the differentiator. It's right here in this group. We some dogs, huh? They got to stop playing with us, dog. Stop playing with our name. The time to establish ourselves is right now. We're no better opportunity than right now. Hey, another op today. We get another op to start fast, to play fast, every day, every play, and we don't stop until we get that double. We back in that play, baby. Let's go. Vikes on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how we like it. That's how we like it. We got it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go, fellas. Start it off. Come on, start it off. Get right.
Let's go, man, boy. There's a lot of purple in the stands, but there's a lot of purple in the stands.
-3 in the take give. No touchdowns today for a team averaging well over 20 points per game. Yet they're a field goal or a touchdown from taking the lead against the 2-7 Jags. Here's Van Ginkel. Down goes Mac Jones.
Hey, nice job, kid. Nice job. We got the right plan. Let's keep executing. Let's keep executing, fellas. Let's just keep executing.
Parker Romo to give the Vikings the lead. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. 9-7 Vikings.
We'll go put this thing away.
2nd and 13. Oh, it's a botched snap. It's a botched snap.
Vikings
And
ball, come
the
on.
Minnesota Vikings have recovered it at the 25.
Yeah! That's it. Yes, sir.
This will be a 29-yard try, right hash. Parker Romo's kick splits the uprights, and the Vikings have taken a 12-7 lead. 2nd and 8 for Mac Jones and the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's out of the shotgun. It is 2nd and 8. Jones, straight drop, back to pass, throws, intercepted! Intercepted at the 48-yard line.
Let's go, Murph. Money, Murph. That boy really liked that. Go what? Go eat. Go what? Yes, sir. The bank calling. They got your bread. Hello? They got your bread. Hello? Tell me coming. Load it off. Hey, finish. You gotta finish. Hey, we gonna get another one too. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Ready?
Mac Jones goes out of the shotgun. Travis Etienne to his left. The Vikings blitz. Mac on a very deep drop. He's gonna throw it right. Nobody's there, with the exception of a Minnesota Viking.
Well, after the defense's performance, I'm with Coach Flo. They deserve a huge skull clap. This defense is personifying what it means to be a ball hawk. They lead the NFL with 15 interceptions through 9 games. Leading that charge, Byron Murphy Jr., who's actually tied for first with Ravens' Marlon Humphrey as the corners with the most picks this season. I sat down with him for this week's Game Day Live player interview.
I think Byron Murphy is a catalyst for this defensive back room and a guy who has a knack for taking the ball away.
Byron Murphy brings life, swagger.
Byron Murphy Jr. knocks the ball away.
This guy is a takeaway machine.
Flacco throwing left, intercepted. Byron Murphy Jr.
3 straight games with 3 straight interceptions. You ever have a streak like that before?
This is my first time 3 in a row.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, does the ball just look like it's floating in the air now? Is that kind of what it's been looking like?
I would definitely say some good luck's coming my way, but obviously just being in the right position.
Really nice job, and that's just reading on offense what they've been doing to you time and time again and making a play.
Obviously getting the defensive scheme down, the game plan throughout the whole week.
So on Sunday, the clock is ticking down. There are no turnovers yet in the game. And then it just happens.
Jones, straight drop, back to pass, intercepted! And that was right into the waiting arms of Byron Murphy.
Were you feeling the pressure of needing a takeaway?
I just felt like as a defense, someone had to make a play. As the game kept going, it felt like we were on the bench for a while this game. Once the game kept going on, it was like someone has to make a play. And obviously, a couple guys made some plays, which we knew was going to happen.
I'm unforgettable.
He's stacked! And nothing there for Etienne. It's Jonathan Bernard.
Blake Cashman talked about adjustments made at halftime. And I feel like so many fans hear about that. Like, we hear those words and don't really quite understand. He said you guys installed like 4 or 5 different looks. What is that like, being in a room where you have to make that many decisions and calls when you don't have a lot of time?
For me, because, I got to go outside the inside. So once we changed it at first, I'm in there asking Beezy, hey, hold on. You got to help me with some of this. So it's kind of, you got to, think a little bit faster. Well, obviously, we played the calls before, so just go out there and play ball. But so it is kind of hard when you got to go out there and change the plan. Yeah, I would say it's kind of hard, yeah.
How often does this happen?
Coach Flo will wake up at 3 in the morning and call with one of us or something like that and change some stuff up. So it could happen anytime, really. But obviously, it's always something good and something that's going to help us get better.
3 a.m., really? He's up there calling you?
3 a.m., he would think of something, write it down, and bring it to the meeting next day. Or he would just, it's crazy for sure. But it's definitely, he's just helping us out.
You can find that entire interview on Vikings.com or the Vikings app. Well, now it's time to have a little bit of fun. Tell Us with Metellus has provided us some memorable episodes. It's a series that we just started this year, where safety Joshua Metellus goes around the locker room and asks a question for his teammates. Check out the latest episode.
I hope everybody we named in this see this, because we're going to be lit. Tell us, who's the most famous person in your phone?
I'll probably have to say Denzel Washington.
Ooh, that's the LA vibe. Damn. Who's the most famous person you got in your phone?
LeBron James.
The King.
Ohio. Shout out.
That's tough. Yeah, LeBron. Ah! What's up? It's Tell Us with Metellus.
Kind of looking forward to this, my debut.
Who's the most famous person in your phone?
What a question. Tom Brady would be one. But don't sleep on my guy Kenny Chesney either. Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Who's the most famous person in your phone? I know you got a couple. I already know who it's going to be. Don't say it, though. Nah, you can say it.
Okay, I got Manny. My guy Manny Pacquiao.
Said that. Manny Pacquiao. He got Manny like it's nothing.
I talked to him yesterday.
I got a lot.
I know you do.
I got Shaq on my phone.
Shaq?
Yep.
Like Big
Shaq.
Diesel?
Yep. Got Shaq on
No
my
way.
phone.
Probably
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Want me to show you?
Let me see. Come on. Hey, you serious?
We was talking about some Teslas.
You ain't even got no Tesla. I got a Tesla. Oh, there you go right there. Dang.
Theo Vaughn.
Ooh.
Tim McGraw. Brett Favre. Michael Irvin. The creator of Outer Banks, Mr. Josh Pate.
Wow.
Who is a really big
Shout
Viking.
out to Josh, man.
Huge Vikings fan, by the way. Huge Vikings.
Shout out to Josh. I hope you watch Tell Us with Metellus. One day we're going to get you on here. We know you're the most famous guy in the league. But who's the most famous person you got in your phone?
Probably Kai Cenat.
Ooh, shout out to Kai. Hey, Mafia Thon coming soon.
When I'm on the screen.
Hey, I'm trying to get on there too.
Maybe Dana White.
Dana White.
Or the governor of Hawaii, Josh Green.
Ooh.
It has to be either Anthony Davis or Giannis.
Ooh.
My dog Grant Holloway.
Okay.
Yeah, my dog.
I say Stephon Gilmore, Deion Sanders. I say that for sure. Deion Sanders.
The most famous person in my phone, shout out to my wife, is Adam Sandler. I met him backstage. I got Adam Sandler on my phone. We texted a couple times. I sent him a jersey. He's one of my favorite actors ever, all time. So yeah, I'm proud about that one. That's tough, ain't it? That's tough. I can call Adam right now. I can call him right now. Had Denzel Washington. I don't know. Jay said Elon Musk. He showed me the FaceTime. They just FaceTime like literally three calls ago. What is he? He said Teslas. I said you only got one.
All right, we still have plenty more to come on Vikings Weekly. Coach O'Connell shares who he thinks is playing the best ball of his career. Sam Darnold and Aaron Jones tells us why you shouldn't sleep on the Titans and who needed Cam Bynum's Olympic celebration. That answer after the break.
Alrighty, 1:57 to go in the game. The 6-2 Minnesota Vikings lead the 2-7 Jacksonville Jaguars 12-7. Jags have one timeout remaining. Just were the beneficiaries of a Blake Cashman face mask on a sack, and now they have it 1st and 10 from the Vikings 43-yard line. Mac Jones goes out of the shotgun. Travis Etienne to his left. The Vikings blitz. Mac on a very deep drop. He's going to throw it right. Nobody's there, with the exception of a Minnesota Viking who picked him off. Interception, Cam Bynum. And the Minnesota Vikings are going to improve to 7-2. Touchdown, Vikings!
1, 2, 3.
What a thrilling ending on Sunday. Welcome back into Vikings Weekly. I'm Tatum Everett. And that Cam Bynum interception sealed the victory for the Vikings and led to another epic celebration from 2-4. This time, it was an Olympic gold medal game winner. Cam Bynum with the tribute to Olympic breakdancer Ray Gun. You know, he hits the kangaroo. It caught the internet by fire, including some incredible reactions. It wasn't a shock to see it catch on fire, but a shock to see Randy Moss tweet about it. Apparently, the Hall of Fame wide receiver needed this. Don't worry, Randy, I feel like we all needed this celebration too. Bynum's pick was one of 3 takeaways on Sunday. It was a day where the offense didn't have their best performance. However, the other 2 phases lifted them up to victory. On this week's episode of X's and O's, head coach Kevin O'Connell spoke about just how well the defense is playing right now.
You know, Byron Murphy's playing some of the best football of his career. Gilly's always had a feeling of being a closer in this league, a guy that you better be sure you want to throw at because he can take the ball away. And Shaq's had his hands on some chances as well. And then our safeties are, I think, the best group of safeties in football. So when you have those kind of players in those moments in total ownership of the way the game's gone and how Flo is calling the game, and then you tie in marrying that coverage with the rush, with Van Ginkel, with Grenard, with some of these guys, with Dallas Turner bringing some juice, and then you've got the ability of Cashman getting him back with IP as really good blitzers. A lot of times they're ending up one-on-one in the backs against running backs in those moments, and they're winning, forcing the quarterback off the spot, speeding him up a little bit, and then when that's tied in with really good tight coverage on the back end, or some of our visual pressure coverages where they have eyes on the quarterback and they see the ball come out of his hands, they can break and go get that football. It's a formula we've kind of tried to build from way back when you're putting together the personnel of this defense, thinking about, hey, we're going to win some games with our defense this year. We're going to do some things to build this group up to not only be consistent throughout, but have the ability to close games too, knowing a lot of games in this league come down to that final possession, whether you like it or not. And I feel really confident knowing in those situations when they come up in games, Brandon, that I can rely on our defense to close it out. And if we've got to go try to find a way to win it, we're still going to try to go do that.
Well, we are hoping to see even more takeaways from the Vikings this weekend. However, before we break down Sunday's game, let's check out the NFC North standings. The Lions still lead the division with an 8-1 record, and they face the Jags on Sunday. The 6-3 Packers and the 4-5 Bears face off in what is Chicago's first division game of the season. Meanwhile, the Vikings are headed to Nashville to play in the second game of a 3-game road swing. They'll face the 2-7 Titans, hoping for an AFC South divisional sweep. Kickoff is set for noon on CBS, and the Vikings offense says they're looking past the Titans' record when it comes to facing their defense.
Yeah, another tough test this week with Tennessee, especially going down there. Great defense, really good scheme. Their tape is fun to watch, man. They fly around. Like I said, they play really well together within the scheme, and they have a lot of talent on that side of the ball. So another great challenge.
They have a pretty good defense. They fly around. They have pieces at every level. Their interior, they're nasty. Jeffrey Simmons really gets after it. Their record isn't indicative of their defense. They really have a good defense, so you can't sleep on them. You have to prepare for them as if you're preparing for any other great defense.
These two teams last met in the 2016 season opener when the Vikings scored 2 defensive touchdowns on their way to a victory. Now the 2024 Vikings are looking for a victory in Nashville again to improve to 8-2. That will do it for us here on Vikings Weekly. But before you go, we have the latest trailer for our behind-the-scenes series, The Voyage. Take a look at it now, but if you want to see the full episode, it is on Vikings.com. We'll see you next week.
The Jets and the Vikings facing off in London.
I mean, this is one of the games of the weekend, 100%.
This is going to be the first time Sam Darnold plays in an international game. This is a huge test.
Coach, for the fans who are independent and you want to sell your franchise, give you an opportunity now to become the franchise face. Why should they support your team?
That's a great question. You guys got enough time? Well, I am certainly not the face of the franchise. We happen to have the best receiver walking the planet on our team as a great starting point. He's always at his best.
Darnold out of the shotgun. Luke going right side. Jefferson uncovered, caught right in front of the New York Jets.
I'm bringing in Aaron Jones. He's made a huge impact on our team.
And it's caught, first down.
A great route by Aaron Jones.
He's made us even more dynamic offensively. We've got a whole bunch of players that can show you what this game is all about. And then defensively, led by Brian Flores.
Put on the gas, great job.
It's going to be exciting. You're going to see a lot of guys up around the line of scrimmage. Don't know whether it's coming or going most times. I don't either.
They bring everybody up to the line of scrimmage and you have no idea who's coming.
At any point in time, things can kind of hit the fan a little bit.
They blitz Rodgers, and they pay for it. Picked off by Van Ginkel.
Organized chaos, we like to call it.
On the sideline, 40, and it's loose. Touchdown! Andrew Van Ginkel.
then just I think in general, I believe culture, it does matter. I believe people that are, come together to do something greater than just for themselves. They do it for each other. I think people relate to that, but I'd like to think our guys really take a lot of pride in what exists in that locker room. I know I do, watching them go to work every day. So special group. Would love to have as many of those independent fans wear some purple on Sunday as possible.
5 up, 5 down. Enjoy your bye week. We come back ready to keep it.
All right, very important what it takes. It's really a unique meeting because in a lot of ways, when you really start studying how this team plays offensive football, how they play defensive football, there are a lot of crossover effects of our team versus theirs. All right, this is as simple as it gets. All right, execution, details, and urgency. Whatever it takes, all 11 guys every snap. All right, that is discipline. That is toughness. No greater opportunity. This is the one we signed up for. I want you guys showing up on Sunday to US Bank Stadium with confidence, understanding we know them, they know us. Let's roll the ball out there and see what happens.
Ever since I've been here, every game we've had with Detroit has been a 4-quarter battle. Every single time it's been one of those games where you got to grind it out, even, a couple years ago when they were still in that rebuilding phase.
And they're going any doubt, any fearless, fly around today and make plays, do what we do. We the ones who set the energy and we want to set the tone.
They've certainly turned it around and have had a really good run the last couple of years.
Mentally, physically lock in every single play. Stretch on 3, 1, 2, 3.
They're a really talented team with a lot of good players, and we certainly know what's at stake and what the game is going to be like when we play them, because we've had a lot of dogfights with them throughout the years.
The top division of the NFL, as good as any division has ever been at this point of the season, 17-5 combined record. But these two are battling for first. Minnesota won the toss and deferred, so the Lions will get the ball first to start the day. They bring pressure with Van Ginkel. He gets to Goff, and he's sacked! And they're going to fake a punt. That's what they do. They direct it to the up back, and he's thrown down at the 33-yard line. And the Vikings have great field position.
Paul, this is what we have to do, Ralph. We have to punish them and put points on the board.